Professor Lisa Collins for providing some closing remarks. But before she comes, I can possibly introduce her very briefly. That Professor Collins is a Pro Vice-Chancellor, Research and Innovation at the University of Surrey. She's a leading expert in animal health and sustainable agriculture, directing the 6 million UKRI Fix Our Food project, and serves on national and international advisory councils, earning recognition for her science communication and contributions to policy. So we are really pleased and privileged to have you, Professor Collins, here. Please.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, as Prashant said, I'm Lisa Collins. My role here is Pro Vice-Chancellor for Research and Innovation. And I've been here at the University of Surrey for just over a year now. And I actually joined the Reclaim conference last year to do some opening remarks, where I was absolutely delighted to see the range of case studies that were being developed up and down the country. So I was delighted when Prashant asked if I would be able to come and address you again today. So first and foremost, I'd really like to extend our deepest gratitude to all of you, our speakers, the panelists, all delegates, and particularly the organisers who've made this conference such a success this year and in previous years. Your expertise and insights and your commitment to reimagining our global systems have really made for some incredible discoveries, I feel, over the course of this particular network lifetime. And on this particular day, where the topics of discussion have been so varied as well, I think it really goes to say a lot around exactly how we're working both as a community, but also as practitioners, to develop and extend academic thinking and work with different perspectives to really make a difference in the real world. So special thanks to the Reclaim Network team, whose dedication and vision have ensured that this event continues to be a beacon of progress in this field. Thank you. I think it's fair to say that that the network has brought together a number of different partners across both academic spheres and practitioner spheres. And although it was originally attended as a 2-year award, the fact that it has been extended, and it's almost a running joke in academia that projects never really end. But it's been extended because, by virtue of the fact that you're doing such amazing work. And I think one of the things that amazes me about this particular network is just how many people you're managing to bring together from how many different backgrounds. So 5 universities have brought together over 650 members from more than 45 countries. And you've managed to fund a whole range of different types of case studies, different kinds of projects. You're developing skills training. It's absolutely amazing, the scale and nature of the work that you're doing and expanding out into the community in so many different ways. A real meeting of minds from the different sectors and a real example of how to do research going into the future, I feel. So thank you again for that. So I think another area where the Reclaim Network has really served us is it's a comprehensive resource for towns and cities looking for information and support to implement their green and blue infrastructure in their communities. And I think some of the new tools that you're developing in the coming few months, like the database, for example, is going to speak really clearly to that, and giving an opportunity for evidence-based decision-making to be made will make a real difference. So I think today we've heard from a very wide range of people. We started off the day with an opening address from Professor Bob Nicol, and you're ending it with a closing address from me. Now, I'm not going to say very much more because I realise that I am standing between you and wine and food, and that is not a position that I want to be in. But I'm going to end really with just a couple of closing notes, really, to think about. So I think a couple of key themes emerge for me, looking through the various things that this network has achieved over its lifetime so far, and that I think really capture the essence of what you've done really well. So firstly, it's that obvious point around interdisciplinary collaboration. Lots of people propose that they do it as part of their research. Very few actually manage to live it and breathe it and make it a reality in the big bad world outside. And so I think this particular network has done that really admirably. It's not an easy thing to do. It's almost like a Babel's tower in a way, where lots of different languages are being spoken, and you've managed to put that little widget in the ear and translate across to different disciplines and different sectors and make a difference. Secondly, it's around innovation and really coming forward with transformative nature-based solutions and community-led initiatives. And I think that that is the icing on the cake, really. So that, and is quite possibly the reason. The reasoning behind that is because you've got all these different disciplines, a melting pot of disciplines all talking together. You've empowered communities, amplifying local voices and ensuring that there's inclusive policy making. So, essentially driving that meaningful change. And I really appreciate the support that you've given to early career researchers, such a huge and fundamental part of the future of our communities. And, a real strength, I think, of this network has been how you've been able to engage and broaden their perspectives through secondments, cross-disciplinary opportunities, hands-on experience, collaborating with different sectors, and developing skills that really shape the future of sustainable urban development. So thank you for that. So in the coming months, I'm really excited to see what comes out with the CPD courses that are being developed, and I'm looking forward to seeing those and having a go at some of the training that's being put on offer there. I think the other thing that I'm very excited to see is exactly how this database is going to pan out. As a data nerd and mathematical modeler, I'm particularly keen on a good database, so I'm really interested to see how that develops and how it can be utilised really effectively out in the community. So I'm not going to talk anymore, that's it, but I just one more time, thank you again for all of you for your participation and your passion and your commitment to rethinking our futures. I'm going to leave you today, hopefully feeling energised and empowered, probably more energised after you've had something to eat, to take the next steps in this important journey. So thank you all. Please do join us for the drinks reception over at the Lakeside Restaurant. Safe travels, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.
So I will try to hold you for a few more minutes, because it would not be very nice of me to, to let go without thanking all the people who have worked, hard in the background. So just reflecting on the, on the conference, I think the 3 sessions we had, the firstly, talking about the reclaim activities, secondly, the panel, the thirdly, the fantastic case studies our speakers have presented was really fascinating to bring together the work which has been going in this particular area. Just to say that this is not really the end of the network, so we still got formally 6 months to go, but the idea is that we might want to continue this, as long as we want. We're looking for opportunities, how we can extend, the networks to at least keep going the most impactful activities, in future. There are 2 calls open at the moment. The one is for the workshops. So I would really encourage you to look for the opportunities and apply for the funding. It's a short form, and we would really love to help you to, bring the communities or bring the, the research together, or any actions you are doing on the ground. So really an open kind of invitation to apply for the workshop. Don't worry whether you are an academic, non-academic, businesses, it's open for all. The another thing is the secondments, which is the knowledge exchange visits. And you saw some of these ECRs involved in that. It's been a fantastic opportunity to share the thinking. And I would really welcome, actually, you to make application for that call as well. That's open. So it could be somebody coming and visiting you, or you visiting them, or hosting somebody. It could be anything, basically, which helps, foster the collaboration, between them. I think we're not saying that we will have a next conference towards the end, because we never promised that we will have a closing conference, because we thought that this network could keep going and going, but we will see what we could do towards the middle of this year. So before closing that, I think, first of all, I'd like to thank all our speakers who has done a fantastic job today. So can we give a big round of applause to them? And we had a fascinating the keynote speech from Professor Sir Stephen Holgate, and we had Professor Ali Lewis. They were really the pioneers in this domain, and it was really a pleasure to have them and share the insight about what's going on in the UK landscape and broadly. I think it would really be a small thing to thank all the co-leads, especially Professor Lauren Jones. We got Dr. Thomas Calzon, we got Dr. Niria Kalavila, we got our Professor Sheila Malams, who is not here today, and also there has been colleagues like Yanis who have been instrumental in helping. There has been ECRs involved in that. The Jeet is here. There was Cisse actually who was earlier there. And the two people actually who really been behind the force, which is Mark Simmons and Charlotte Leiden. I would like to give a big round of applause for these guys as well. And I think you could not see actually all the fascinating things what you're seeing without the events team. You could see that how beautifully they managed everything. So thank you, colleagues, for this fantastic job. All the collaborators who have traveled from the US, from India, from different part of the UK, and it's really, the pleasure to have you here. And the Institute for Sustainability, which has been instrumental in helping supporting these sort of initiatives, and all the collaborators and exhibitors. So you saw fantastic, the display outside, as well. So I think with that, I would like to thank you for being here. And it's really, pleased to see that, we still got almost the same audience what we started with. So this really shows that the engagement. And the another very fascinating thing is that I have seen you coming from first conference to the second to the third. So that means a lot actually to us that we are doing something meaningful with you, co-designing those activities. And this is real, the real pride for all the team. So thank you very much, guys. I will now stop here and we'll go for the drinks. Thank you.